thank you very much for being with us. This is Culting Club radio show in Barcelona, broadcasting from Cannes Film Festival, and we're so lucky to have with us today Ruby Boukabou from Australia. She's a journalist and an author. Thank you for being with us.
Hola.
Spending some time with us
¿Qué
today.
tal?
Thank you. You're here as a journalist and as an author. What does it feel for you? What does it mean to be in Cannes?
I feel very privileged to be here because I really appreciate a festival that is organised so well. You've a Rendezvous International of cinema. You've got filmmakers from all over the world, incredible talent, incredible film. We're on the Riviera, Mediterranean food.
What else can
What
you
else
ask
can
for?
you want, honestly?
All right, and besides being a journalist here at the festival, you're also an author. You have written books and The Art Lover's Guide to Paris and to Barcelona. Can you please explain a little?
Yes, so I also work as a writer and travel guide, write travel guides, as you know.
Yeah.
So this was the first one, Art Lover's Guide to Paris. Is the
Okay.
Architecture Lover's Guide to Paris, and what's just come out that you're actually in, which is amazing.
I'm so lucky to be in there.
The Art Lover's Guide to Barcelona. It just came out a few weeks ago with White Owl in the UK, but it's coming out in America, Australia, and the rest of the world. So it's a book for people to discover art in Barcelona, but all sorts of art. So the galleries, the museums, the street art, behind the scenes. There's interviews with artists, interviews with curators like yourself.
Yeah, it's a very interesting guide. Don't miss it. Where can we get that?
So it's anywhere. So obviously you can get it on places like Amazon, but people who prefer to go to independent booksellers, you can buy it anywhere that you like to buy your books. Yeah.
Excellent. So, what's the most exciting film you've seen today?
The one that I've heard of is the Odia film. I haven't seen, but I hear it's excellent. It's a musical comedy. So the film that I saw, which was thrilling, intense, horrifying, and entertaining all in one, is called The Girl with the Needle. So it's a Danish film with a Swedish director, set in 1918, about a serial killer.
So
I won't tell you.
film?
It's a suspense thriller, historical film in black and white, square cadre, about a woman that opens a clandestine adoption agency, and the main character is the protagonist is the wet nurse. And it gets
Really
more
scary.
and more scary, but the direction is brilliant, the acting is brilliant, the message is brilliant. So of course we do the red carpet and we're in sparkles and we come up and we dance. I obviously like musical comedies.
Yeah.
Cinema has so many different roles, and this film for me was really powerful because it really showed us the effects of war, not the glorification of war, the effects of what it's done in the past, and how people get stronger by it, how people get destroyed by it. And I think it's an important topic that everyone needs to not ignore. I'm all for dancing and changing your headspace and releasing, but at the same time it's important to look at the problems that's happening right now in the world, and I think that's why it's a very important film and interesting.
Yeah, so maybe we can see it at Sitges Film Festival.
Yes,
soon.
yes, I hope so. So The Girl with the Needle.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. You mentioned that you like dancing, you do this tap dance. Something's coming soon in Paris, right?
Lots of things are coming soon. So yes, as you know, I'm a tap dancer, and once a month in Paris we're doing our cabaret, which is called Parisian Time Step.
All right.
It's a cabaret that celebrates French music, Paris, tap dance, and love.
Oh, what else can you ask?
What else can I ask about? And it's on a peniche. It's on a boat on the Seine. So you come in. It's very authentic. It's like an old kind of like a ganguette style. It's got Wendy Lee Taylor, who's Australian that lives in Paris, who used to be the singer at Lido. Philippe Petit, who's the best jazz pianist in Paris. Cedric Caillot, who's an amazing double bass player, and myself. We sing, we tap dance, we share stories about the history of Paris and the history of music in Paris from the 18th century till today. It's fun. You can have dinner there.
All right.
It's a really nice thing, Parisian Time Step.
So how can we get tickets to that?
ParisianTimeStep.com.
Okay.
And it's called Le Marconnet. So it's just near Hotel de Ville, under the Pont Marie, in the center of Paris. And when you're sitting there watching the show, sometimes you have swans going past on the Seine. It's a really
beautiful.
nice experience. Yeah. And it's both in English and French. So we wanted to have it so that locals can appreciate it and get nostalgic, but also something that tourists could come and have an authentic experience with good music and nice stories. So it's something we're really proud of. We did it last year in Sydney and in Paris, and we're going to be doing it once a month.
Excellent. So coming back to the festival, which actor or actress has captivated you this year?
Kate Blanchett, of course.
Of course.
I was in a film called Rumours. I wasn't captivated by the film itself. Okay. Some of it might have gone over the top of my head. I was cold at the same time.
Okay. So will you be repeating next year?
Of course, bien sûr. Normal.
Like everybody, right? Okay. Can you give us some tips during the festival? Something that somebody can do without having actually an accreditation or just being in Cannes? What can you do? Yes,
there's lots of things. So my first festival, I noticed that people come and they stand downstairs with signs saying, I want a ticket. And I was thinking, this is ridiculous. Why are they going to get a ticket? But the system is that we're given tickets as journalists or as actors. And if you don't use your ticket, you lose points. So if you get your ticket and then you have another appointment, you need to give it to someone else because they want it to be full. They want the cinema to be full.
Definitely, yeah, makes sense.
So people can come and sometimes they dress up, and I've given people tickets before.
Okay.
The Cinéma de la Plage is a great thing that people can do if they don't have accreditation. It's on the beach, it's outdoor cinema, and they've had films like Strictly Ballroom. A few years ago, it was Rachid Bouchareb, an Algerian director, and Dejin. It's absolutely free. Sometimes they have a concert before. Yeah. And then they just kind of wander around and people watch. It's always interesting. Yeah, that's, I think, the best thing to do in Cannes, right? All the dresses, gowns and everything. The circus. Watch the circus go past.
Exactly.
Yes. Claro.
So any all-time recommendations on films or something special?
Films of all time?
Yes.
Okay.
Your favorite?
So, obviously, Singing in the Rain. Évidemment.
Because you like musical?
Yes, I mean, Gene Kelly.
Yeah.
Sings, dance, fun, intelligent, cool.
Good looking.
Everything. Just charisma.
Yeah.
Hard worker. Yeah. Vertigo.
Oh.
Hitchcock,
yeah. Classic.
Yes. Yeah. I adapted, when I did my master's in theatre, I adapted it to stage and reset it in Melbourne. The first time I saw Vertigo, I was with a friend in Melbourne at university. We watched it and then we spent 3 hours just going, oh my God, wow, like deconstructing.
What happened?
Yeah, he's so clever. Like, you fall into the trap with them. This is incredible.
And that film has Dali's paintings, with the clocks and everything there.
Where?
Amazing.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Where are the clocks?
In Vertigo, where when the head spins and he dreams and something, and on the terraces, and then the clocks come down.
Oh, I haven't seen it for a few years. After it's time I see it again. I can never see that film too many times.
I know, it's incredible.
What else? Strictly Ballroom.
Okay.
It's Baz Luhrmann's, an older film of Baz Luhrmann, but the scene where they dance on the rooftop in Melbourne to Time After Time.
All right. So
Paul Mercurio. Oh my God.
Yeah, so now that you've written a book about Barcelona and art lovers in Barcelona, like me, when are you coming back to Barcelona? What's going to bring you back to us?
I'm coming as soon as I can. I love Barcelona. What I love about Barcelona is people are so friendly and people are so cool, and in 2 minutes you feel You have a community, you have authentic friends in the space of, you know, in some places, if you're not from there, people would say, oh yeah, let's have a coffee next, you know, next week. Yeah. In Barcelona, they go, oh, well, tonight my friend's having a party, why don't you come along? And this is an artist, I should introduce you to this person. So very, very quickly, you become part of the community and the artistic community.
Definitely.
And there's the underground art scene is incredible. And my first interview for the book was with the director of the Miro Foundation.
Yeah.
Who's like this amazing
visionary
director.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bumped into him later that night after 5 other interviews, and he gave me a hug. Do you imagine that happening with the director of the Louvre or something? Well, and then introduced me to somebody else who I ended up interviewing. It's just so generous of spirit, generous of sharing knowledge and aware of making other people's very included,
yeah. We're in need of good culture in Barcelona, in Catalonia, in Spain in general. So anybody supporting culture is welcome. So Ruby, please come back. I'm
going back to see all my friends and all the artists who I interviewed. Like Peter Churcher, an incredible painter from Australia that's set up in Barcelona, a figurative painter. Who went to his house and went to his studio, and then I played his piano and, you know, and spent the evening with him. And Callum Robertson from New Zealand, who you know is an incredible artist, and I rented a room from him, and then he gave me the key to his studio. Mercedes,
also, yeah,
curator, she invited me to perform in her show that she was doing. So everyone that's in the book, it wasn't just a quick little interview. They really opened the door and let me into their lives. And so I'm hoping that people who are reading the book can also really get into the lives of the people of Barcelona.
I'm sure that will happen. I've read the book and it's great. And you know, you just feel that as if you were talking to the person straight. So
yeah,
really well done.
It's
Thank you very much.
Really important, I think, to know the story behind artists, and you know, because there's also the history of the artists, and not just, it's so easy to get lost in tourist traps, and there's so many tourists in Barcelona. I see them walking around lost and confused, and it's like, just take your time, get local. There's so much, there's street art classes, street art tours, there's underground
museums and galleries.
Yeah, galleries, there's all the underground stuff that you guys organize, and there's so much. And you can, instead of buying like a print of something, you can buy a real authentic painting of the artist that you're going to help their career.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm hoping that the book will both help tourists to get a better experience when they're in Barcelona, and also help promote the smaller artists who are just as important as the ones that we all know about.
Definitely. So let us know again where we can find this book, and thank you very much.
You can go to Amazon, you can go to White Owl, the Art Lover's Guide to Paris, wherever you, the Art Lover's Guide to Barcelona.
Yeah.
And Paris.
And soon Cannes.
And soon, no, the next one's about cinema in Paris.
All right.
And then Madrid.
All right, well, thank you very much. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you, Ruby, for staying with us. We say goodbye from the Cannes Film Festival 2024 with all these great cinema creators that we have around. We hope to have you with us next month. Thank you very much and goodbye. Thanks.
Hasta
Bye.
pronto.
Hasta luego. Adiós.
Hasta luego. Hasta pronto.